A warm welcome to everyone. Myself, Tanya Yas, from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Artificial Intelligence. I am from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. Today's subject is about Introduction to Python Programming. Topic is Programmer Defined Functions. First one, the introduction. Program defined types are user defined data types that allow developers to create custom data structures to fit their specific needs. These types are defined using programming languages such as C++, Java, or Python. Program defined types provide better organization, encapsulation, and reusability of code. So the benefits of programmer defined types are improved code readability. By creating custom types, developers can give meaningful names to data structures, making code more understandable. Increased code reusability. Programmer defined types can be used across different parts of program or even in multiple projects, reducing redundancy. So enhance code maintenance. With well-defined types, updates and modifications to the code become easier and less error prone. So these three are the main benefits of programmer defined types, which are very useful nowadays. So structures as programmer defined types. Structures are common form of programmer defined types. They allow developers to group related variables under a single name. Structures can have different data types as members, making them versatile for representing complex data. So these allow developers to make a single name with a group. So the next one, classes as programmer defined types. Classes are an object-oriented form of programmer-defined types. They encapsulate data and behavior together, providing a blueprint for creating objects. Classes can have methods allowing for data manipulation and interaction. So there are some object-oriented program like class, objects, class variables. So in objects, instances of the class, in class variables B belong to the class. So instant variables belong to object, methods function of class. Enumerations as programmer defined types. Enumerations are used to define a set of named values or constants. So they provide a way to represent a group of related options or choices. Enumerations make code more readable and less error prone by restricting variable values to a predefined set. So simply put, enumerations give mnemonic names into integral values. They only real purpose is to improve code readability. Use the enum statement to declare an enumeration. Enumeration are value types. Type diffs as programmer defined types. Type defs are used to create alias for existing types, giving them a new names. They improve code readability and allow developers to use descriptive names instead of built-in type names. Type defs can also make code more portable by abstracting away the underlying implementation of details. So, enumerations mechanism for the creating types whose literals are identifiers, each identifier associated with unique integer. So in this, each of the identifier is associated with unique integer and its unique way. So the next one is generic types as programmer defined types. Generic types like called templates in C++ allow developers to create reusable code that can work with different data types. They provide a way to write algorithms or data structures that are independent of specific types. Generic types increase code flexibility and reduce code duplication. So, in these generic types, they increase code flexibility and reduce the duplication of the code. So, these may have very good benefit of these generic types. Best practices for using programmer defined types. Choose meaningful and descriptive names for programmer defined types to improve code clarity. Document the purpose and usage of each programmer defined types to aid in code maintenance and collaboration. Next one, avoid creating overly complex or nested programmer defined types to prevent code confusion. So if you want to have a clarity in the code or without a confusion, you have to make any code. These practices are mainly important to you, which you have to learn very clearly and then implement on your code. So that makes your code clear and confusion less. So the next one, examples of programmer defined types in real world applications. In a banking system, as a programmer defined type called account can be created to represent a customer's account, including their balance and transaction history. So in banking system, we all know that why the people will open their account to see the transactions and their balances in the account, right? So in a game development project, a programmer defined type named player can be defined to store information about character such as their health level and inventory. In game, what we'll do, so we'll collect the character of the person and the health level and inventory of the person who is playing the game. So in next one, in a sales management system, a programmer defined called product can be created to hold details about a particular item, such as its name, price, and stock availability. So in sales management, we can store the price, stock, and availability of a particular product or an item. So these are the examples of program defined types. Next, the conclusion, last one. Programmer defined types offer developers the ability to create custom data structures to suit their specific needs. These types improve code organization, reusability, and maintainability. By utilizing structures, classes, enumerations, type defs, and generic types, developers can create more readable and flexible code. As I explained all the topics from the beginning, if you learn or teach this clearly to any other or you can learn your own, so from this you can write a flexible code without any confusions and you have very clear about this topic and you guys can have a very good knowledge about this. So thank you one and all for this wonderful opportunity for giving me to explain you all.